Welcome my dear students. So in this session we are going to see about the errors in measurement. So what are the errors caused during taking a measurement? Okay, so there are three kinds of errors. One is the systematic error. Systematic error. The next one is random error. And the third one is gross error. Okay, so the three kinds of errors are systematic errors, random errors, and gross errors. So in this systematic errors, there are several categories. First one is instrumental error. Instrumental error. So what is this instrumental error? So instrumental error is the error which is caused due to the instrument we are using. Okay, so due to that instrument, that error is caused. For example, if we have a meter scale, if you are using a very old meter scale, okay, so in that meter scale, this zero division might be worn out. Okay, other divisions will be clear, but the zero divisions won't be there. So if we use that kind of scale, okay, suppose if you are measuring 5 centimeter, this division is not there, so you'll be getting around 4.9 centimeter. So in that case, an error has occurred due to the instrument. Okay, so that is called as instrumental error. The second one is imperfection in experimental technique. Imperfection in experimental technique. So what is that imperfection? Imperfection means it is not perfect, right? Imperfection in experimental technique. So when you are setting the experiment, when you are arranging the apparatus, if you make some error, then that error is called as imperfection in experimental technique. Suppose if you use a calorimeter, okay, in that calorimeter experiment, if that calorimeter is not insulated properly, then what happens? There will be heat loss in form of radiation. Okay, so there will be heat loss, so it should be properly insulated first before starting the experiment. So if there is imperfection in that, we will be getting error, and that is called as imperfection in experimental technique. Error is caused. Okay, so the third one is personal error. So what is this personal error? Personal error is due to the person who is taking the reading. Okay, so due to the person who is taking the reading, this personal error is cast. Okay, so the person who is taking a reading, if he is using a meter scale, okay, and if he measures all the readings from this 1 centimeter. Usually we have to measure from this 0. Okay, if you want to measure 5 centimeter, we have to measure from 0. But the person, if he measures from this 1 centimeter, okay, so what will happen? There will be error in the reading. The person is thinking that we have to take the reading from 1 centimeter and he is doing that experiment. So every time when he takes the reading with that scale, there will be error. Okay, so that is called personal error. So due to the person who is doing the experiment, the error is caused, so it is called as personal error. Okay, then the fourth one is error due to external causes. Okay, error due to external causes. So due to external causes like wind, temperature, and then pressure, some changes will be there in the readings which we are taking. Okay, so that error is called as external causes. The error due to external causes. And the fifth one is least count error. Least count error. So what is this least count? What is meant by least count? Least count is the smallest value which can be measured by the instrument. Okay, so what is the smallest value that can be measured by the instrument is called as least count, and the error in taking that least count is called as least count error. Okay, so suppose in the scale, if you consider, if you find the least count, okay, it is 1 by, for 1 centimeter how many divisions divisions are there? 10. So it is 1 by 10. So it is 0.1 centimeter. So the least count of a meter scale is 0.1 centimeter. So if the person takes it as a zero point 0.1 millimeter, and he continues the experiment, okay, writing the least count as 0.1 millimeter, then throughout the experiment there will be error. So the error in least count, in finding the least count, is called as least count error. So what are the systematic errors? Systematic errors or errors which continue throughout the experiment. So that errors are called as systematic errors. So what all we have seen? First one is instrumental error, and the second one is imperfection in experimental technique, and the third one is personal error, the fourth one is error due to external causes, and the fifth one is least count error. Okay, so next we are going to see about random errors. Random error means the error which occur by chance, and the readings here, no, it will be different. Suppose if you are measuring the length of the scale, okay, the length of the scale is measured. In the first trial I am measuring it as or you can take for example a rod, and we are going to measure the length of the rod. Okay, in the first trial I am writing it is 4.8 centimeter. Then in the next trial I am getting the reading as 4.6 centimeter. Then 4.5 centimeter, like that. Okay. So randomly I am getting the values. Okay. I am getting different values. So these kind of errors are called as random errors. And if you are getting different values, then what we have to do? We have to take the mean value of these readings. So how will you find the mean value? Mean value means we have to add all these values, 4.8 plus 4.6 plus 4.5 divided by n. N means the number of readings you are taking. So 3 readings means we have to put 3. If you are taking 5 readings, you have to put 5. So arithmetic mean means sum of the values divided by the number of readings. Okay, so these errors are called as random errors. So it occurs randomly in the experiment, and if you get different values, then that errors are called random errors that can be minimized by finding out the arithmetic mean. Next is gross error. What is this gross error? Gross means it's the total error, and it is mainly due to the carelessness of the observer. Okay, carelessness of the observer, you are getting this gross error. So the person who is doing the experiment, due to him only this gross error arises. So the person, if he in the beginning of the experiment, if he doesn't set the experiment properly, and if he takes down all the readings wrongly, then this gross error occurs. Okay, so we have seen about the errors in measurement, systematic errors, random errors, and gross errors. Okay, next we are going to see about error analysis. That is, we are going to analyze what are the errors, what are the different kinds of errors. Okay, so first one is the absolute error. Absolute error. So what is meant by absolute error? Absolute error is the difference between the true value and the measured value. Okay, so the difference between the true value and the measured value is called as absolute error. Okay, so here, for example, now we are going to measure the length of a rod. Okay, so first A1 is the first trial which I am doing. I got the value as 4.6 centimeter. Okay. A2 is the next trial which I am getting as 4.8 centimeter. Like that I am taking different trials. So n number of trials I am taking. Okay. So in this n number of trials, I am getting different readings, slightly different readings I am getting. So what is the true value of this rod? Okay, I am getting different readings. So what will be the true value of this rod? How can we find the true value of this rod? So for finding the true value, we have to find the arithmetic mean. So it is mean, so it is AM. AM is equal to, so for finding the mean value, it is sum by number. Okay, sum by number. Sum of all the values by number. Sum of these readings. So it is A1 plus A2 plus A3 till AN by n number of readings. Okay, so if you are taking, if your n is 5, if you are taking 5 readings, then we have to write 5 here. Okay, so by finding the arithmetic mean, we can find the true value. So this am is the true value. Okay, so now what is meant by this absolute error? Absolute error is the difference between the true value and the measured value. These values are called the measured values and the mean value is called the true value. So to find the absolute error, we have to find the difference between the true value and the measured value. Okay, so here what is this? Delta A1 is equal to the absolute error. Delta A1 is equal to the true value, that is AM, minus the measured value A1. Okay, so delta A1 is equal to AM minus A1. Here we have to put a modulus sign because we are taking only the number. Okay, the sign is not needed. Sometimes if this value is less and this value is greater, you will be getting a negative sign. We have to neglect the negative sign. The magnitude is alone considered here. So we have to put a modulus sign. Similarly, we can write delta A2 is equal to AM minus A2 for the second reading. So till delta AN is equal to AM minus AN. Okay, so what is this absolute error? It is the magnitude of difference between the true value and the measured value. Okay, clear? The second one is mean absolute error. Mean absolute error. So what is meant by mean absolute error? The mean of the absolute error is called as mean absolute error. If we take the mean value of these absolute errors, we will get the mean absolute error. Okay, so mean absolute error is equal to mean of these absolute errors. So it is delta A1 plus delta A2 till delta AN by n. So this is called as mean absolute error. So mean absolute error is the mean of the absolute errors. Mean of absolute errors is mean absolute error. Okay. The third one is relative error. What is meant by relative error? So relative error is relative error, it is the ratio of mean absolute error. Okay. Mean absolute error to the mean value. Mean value. Okay. So relative error, it is the ratio of mean absolute error to the mean value. Okay. So mean absolute error is delta AM. So delta AM is equal to delta A1 plus delta A2 till delta AN by n. So relative error is the ratio of mean absolute error to the mean value. So which is equal to delta AM by, what is the mean value? Mean value we have taken as AM. Okay. So delta AM by AM is the relative error. And the fourth one is percentage error. Percentage error. So how will you find this percentage error? Okay. So the relative error in percentage is called as percentage error. The relative error in percentage is called as percentage error. So here delta AM by AM is the relative error. For percentage, into 100 percentage gives the percentage error. So percentage error is equal to delta AM by AM into 100 percentage. So we have analyzed about the different kinds of errors. So what are they? Absolute error. Second one is mean absolute error. Third one is relative error. And the fourth one is percentage error. Okay. So hope you have understood well. So if you like this video, please subscribe the channel. Meet you in the next video. Until then, it's bye from Anandi.